Hello and thanks for watching. I'm David Kinder. This week at Otterbein, the softball team has lost 2 in a row. The Special Olympics Club is raising awareness for students, and students on campus have the opportunity to study abroad. But first, we take a look at a story when Otterbein made local headlines last week when the Columbus Dispatch ran an article on Title IX compliance among Ohio schools. I sat down with Otterbein's athletic director, Dawn Stewart, to gauge her reaction to the piece. A week ago, the Columbus Dispatch ran an article on gender equality in sports at Ohio colleges. While the article focused on Denison University, the article did call out one Ohio school for having the widest gap between percent of money spent on male students and female students. That was Otterbein University. Otterbein's second-year athletic director, Dawn Stewart, claims that the number on the article is a bit skewed.
We are Title IX compliant. Like most other small Division III schools, the way we manage to equity within our programs and interest in our programs is that we survey our students on campus to gauge sport interest. And once again, we're in compliance with what our students are interested in terms of our sport programming and club programming and intramural programming.
Title IX, a law passed in 1972, mandates that all educational institutions must treat men and female athletics equally, including money spent. Stewart explains the reason for the 240% gap between men's and women's sports that the Dispatch reported.
Every institution looks at those numbers a little bit differently. So for example, there are numbers or expenses that Otterbein categorizes as recruiting expenses and are paid for out of the athletic department budget that other institutions may not pay for out of the athletic department budget. So for example, when prospective student athletes come on campus and we provide them a meal when they come on campus, that may come out of our athletics budget and that's reported in a number like that, versus another institution may pay for that out of their admissions department budget or somewhere else, and it doesn't get reported in a number like that.
And here at Otterbein, Dawn Stewart feels both genders are supported.
But once again, I'm confident that what we do for one program, we offer for another program in terms of support. The Special Olympics Club has been in the campus center all week spreading awareness about putting a stop to the R word.
March 3rd marked an annual day of awareness to spread the word to end the word. Students at Otterbein are continuing to spread this message through a week-long event.
Through the Otterbein Special Olympics Club, we are putting a week-long event that is Spread the Word to End the Word, and we are just trying to raise awareness about the hurtful R word.
The Special Olympics Club is not doing this by themselves. They are bringing together different organizations to raise awareness.
For the Special Olympics Club, we really want to promote more awareness about the Best of Both Worlds students and especially the Westerville Special Olympics Club too. We just want the Otterbein community to be aware of the Best of Both Worlds students and the Special Olympics Club, and just to communicate more, because I think that's really needed here.
These students have been preparing for this event for about a month and are extremely passionate about what they're doing.
I'm so passionate because I really do think it's important for the Otterbein community to get in touch with these kids and students, and it's just really important for us to communicate with them because I know they love it as much as we would love to interact with them. And I just think it's important for our campus to start getting more involved with Special Olympics.
The National Special Olympics Club is helping to fund this event, and students have the opportunity to sign up in multiple ways.
They can sign the pledge here. We have a huge banner that they can sign, and also if they want to tweet at us, they can. We have a Special Olympics Club Twitter, and also if they want to go online, there's a national website that they can go on to sign the pledge as well.
There is still time to make your pledge. Be sure to help in spreading the word to end the word. Alicia Lawson, This Week at Otterbein.
The event will continue this Sunday, the 13th, from 12:30 to 5:30 in the Science Building. It's a leadership and professional developmental day and will help kids work on social skills, interactions, and how to dress for interviews. Well, Otterbein student journalists haven't been able to obtain police records, but their efforts did land them a local award. The Cardinal Ohio chapter of Society of Professional Journalists honored the Tannin Cardinal newspaper students with the First Amendment Award for their efforts in trying to get arrest and incident reports. A recent student lawsuit filed against the university officials about a matter is currently before the Ohio Supreme Court. Otterbein student writers also received the Mark of Excellence First Amendment Regional Award. The Society of Professional Journalists is the country's largest journalist organization. The Campus Activity Boards is getting ready for the warm weather by holding a campus-wide bonfire next week. This will be behind the Campus Center on Wednesday night from 8 to 10 p.m. There will be cornhole, s'mores, and raffle prizes, so be sure to go out and check it out. Well, we are going to take a quick break here on Otterbein TV, but when we come back, Jennifer will fill us in on some fun campus events happening in arts and entertainment. Stay with us.
Books and literature and words. I'm very into reading someone else's work and then like going off on like the little creative tangent in my brain and like getting my own inspiration.
Fashion inspires me in a lot of ways. I mean, it has ever since I was little.
I'm not a person who's constantly like, oh, let me tweet this, let me read my Facebook. I'm more of a, let me sit down and read something written by the Bronte sisters or something by Jane Austen.
My fashion sense, I absolutely love fashion. I will probably wear the weirdest things, well, other people might think are weird, but I will wear them and I will just feel absolutely confident in them.
I don't follow everybody else's path. I go off on my own, I do my own thing.
My personality, I'm really fun and outgoing and crazy.
Be inspired.
Be individual.
Students staying in the Westerville area this summer have the opportunity to be a part of Otterbein's Summer Chorale. This is a non-auditioned choir and will run from June 1st to July 13th. They will be meeting twice a week during the summer, Wednesday and Sunday nights from 7 to 9:15. Students who are interested in joining can email osc@otterbein.edu. Are you interested in studying abroad? Wednesday, April 16th, the Center of International Education and Global Engagement, better known as CIEGE, will be holding a fair for all students interested in different study abroad programs. The event will begin at 5 in the Campus Center and will bring in study abroad providers as well as staff members to answer any questions students may have. Crossroads is a student-run organization that meets Sunday nights at the Church of the Master. Kendra Schwartz has more on the story.
Otterbein might notice a new organization on campus. Crossroads is one of 2 religious services offered on Otterbein's campus that is student-led.
Crossroads was started just as an alternative worship service. So originally there was only OCF, and there were some students that felt a call to create just another option of worshiping, something that was more inclusive and more welcoming maybe to people who didn't necessarily have that strong of a faith background.
Crossroads was created at the time Otterbein Christian Fellowship left the Church of the Master to worship in the Campus Center. This change raised eyebrows, but was an idea that a few students and alumni of Otterbein thought was needed on Otterbein's campus.
Otterbein's campus needed an open faith community that was accepting of the diverse student population that Otterbein actually had.
Crossroads services are on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. at the Church of the Master. For This Week at Otterbein, I'm Kendra Schwartz.
From campus events to Otterbein athletics, let's see what the upcoming days are bringing us on this week's community calendar. That's all the time we have for arts and entertainment. After the break, Elijah Gonzalez will have this week's sports update. Stay tuned.
Yesterday, the Otterbein Cardinals took on the Polar Bears of Ohio Northern at Fishbaugh Field in a doubleheader. The Cardinals fell behind early on in Game 1 to the Polar Bears. However, with some late-game heroics by Billy Harkenreiter, who hit a ball into right center field gap, clearing the bases and giving the Cardinals an 8-7 victory in Game 1. Game 2 was a different story. ONU jumped all over the Redbirds and won the game 15-3. The starter for Otterbein, Robert Kemmer, lasted a third of an inning and picked up the loss for the Cardinals. The next time the Cardinals will take to the field will be on Saturday when the Blue Streaks of John Carroll come to the Bine. You can hear coverage from Fishbaugh Field on WOBN as John Bazika and I will have the call. First pitch is at 1 p.m. The Otterbein men's and women's track and field teams competed in Springfield, Ohio and Miami, Ohio this weekend. At the Wittenberg Tiger Invitational in Springfield, the men took second place and the women took third. At the Miami Invitational, Andrew Mantell and Kayla Kramer placed in the 800-meter and the 1,000-meter respectively. The next time the Cardinals will hit the track is when they travel Saturday to Ohio Wesleyan for the All-Ohio track meet. The Otterbein softball team had a rough day up in Ada, Ohio against the Polar Bears of Ohio Northern. The Cardinals fell in both games yesterday by scores of 12-4 and 6-1. Otterbein now sits at 10-7 and 3-7 in the OAC. Laura Bassford was the only bright spot for the Cards as she went 2 for 3 in both games. The next time the softball team will take to the field is today as they are taking on Kenyon College. And David, they will also have a game on Saturday as they travel up to University Heights to take on the Blue Streaks of John Carroll in the OAC.
Athletics all around campus, and with the warm weather, go out, support the Cardinals. And if you can't make it to Saturday's lacrosse game, you can watch that one right here on Otterbein TV. For the entire crew, that is going to do it this week here on This Week at Otterbein. I'm David Kinder. You can join us here next Thursday for the news. Have a good day, everybody.